20 fast tips for new PUBG players. Tip number 1. Record your gameplay. It all goes down to understanding what are your weaknesses and the mistakes you are doing throughout the game, when you get knocked and every time you die. Once you figure them out, then you can plan accordingly on how to improve on those weak points. And my recommendation is Outplayed. Always warm up before starting to game. Without a proper warm up, your reflexes will be slow, your recoil control will be rusty, and your hands and arm will be cold, and that will make you do more mistakes throughout the game. So instead of wasting time by hot dropping and dying or losing your first fight, warm up for 10 minutes every day and bullets will feel like magnets on the head of enemies. Stop being afraid of dying. It's just a stupid game. The more you feel frustrated and afraid while playing, the higher the chances that you actually mess your sprays due to stress and shaky hands. So please, stay confident. Play with people of the same playstyle as you are, because if you play with slower players, it will bore you out, and if you play with faster players, you will feel left behind. Once you feel like you're ready for a more aggressive playstyle, start playing with mixed players or be the change in your team's playstyle. Everyone is looking to optimize their keyboard and mouse's latency when clicking or pressing buttons, so let's go quickly over the most important settings and keybinds. For those who are interested, I play on stretch resolution and these are my sensitivities. I prefer to play on slower sensitivities because it gives me more control over my mouse and makes me do less mistakes. Besides prone and side change, your input method should always be on hold. Having to press twice the same button is one of the reasons why you move slower in PUBG. Always think of how many times you have to crouch and uncrouch, ADS and un-ADS, and you will realize how much slower you are. It takes time to get used to it, approximately 1 week, but once you are used to it, you will notice the massive difference in speed. So please trust the process. To be able to have ADS and aim on hold, you have to split their input keys. Change the aim to the Control or Alt key or any other key based on your preferences. Always split your vault and jump keys, because the last thing you want to do is to vault from a window when you are trying to do a crouch jump. These are non-negotiables for pro level movements. Have your primary weapon 1 and 2 switched so you can perform a quick reload. Make sure to move your cycle firing mode to FR key to avoid pressing it by mistake when jumping or vaulting. Make sure to keybind your most used utilities to something easy. For example, smokes to F1, stuns to F2, and molotovs to F3. The rest can be cycled or chosen from the inventory, and remember, be creative with your keybinds. Finally, keybind your car seats, because there is no need to press 2 buttons at the same time when you can keybind everything to 1 button within reach from your W key. Check my drive-bys video to understand the logic behind my keybinds. We conclude with the most important options for PUBG. First, start by enabling additional action queuing. This will allow you to shoot right after finishing reload if you're already holding your left mouse button, instead of having to wait for the reload to finish and then press it. That option is enabled by default in most FPS games, but in PUBG it is disabled by default. And for the rest, keep everything on burst or full auto to avoid having to cycle your firing mode when you get an M16 on a hot drop. Watch out from slippery surfaces in PUBG. They could end up ruining your aim or make you walk extremely slow, making you an easy target against enemies. They are usually characterized by steep and very smooth surfaces, and with a bit of gaming experience, you should be able to spot them easily. Learn how to spray with big scopes. It is one of the biggest advantages you can have on enemies, especially when you are playing with a sniper or the enemies are doing very hard movement to track with the DMR. Do not hot drop when you are still new to the game. Go to big cities where you can loot well before starting to fight. But also, don't camp, since camping won't teach you how to play the game. Play medium drops to progressively learn how to engage. As a new player, you should always aim to have 2 to 3 players around you to learn how to handle early fights. Always use your smokes even if you think that no one is around you. Use your smoke gun to hide yourself, but to also block enemies from seeing you or forcing them to expose themselves to shoot back at you when they are hiding behind cover. However, sometimes you may still be unlucky and get sprayed through the smoke. Always use stuns when pushing houses, even when you think no one is there. Better be safe than sorry. Use grenades not only to deal damage, but also to disrupt the aim of your enemies or deafen them due to screen shake and loud sounds. Learn how to throw your utilities correctly by practicing it in UGC or training mode. on tight and hard angles, otherwise your utility go to waste. And make sure to learn how to cook grenades to perfection and how to drop them exactly on your spot. The second one is relatively easy, all you have to do is press R and then holster your weapons. Learn how to give comms verbally or visually using the comms wheel. Check my video to learn more about it. When receiving fire and you lose your wheels, the worst thing you can do is steer left or right. Focus on going in a straight line to have better chances of survival. This won't guarantee that you survive, but at least your car does not slide and flips. Be relaxed while gaming. If you are not relaxed or calm, you will perform 10 times worse.
You fucking idiot! What the fuck are you doing? You stupid!
If you are angry or feel frustrated, stop gaming, take a break, come back later, and continue gaming when your mood is slightly better. Avoid peeking slowly at all costs, especially if you're doing a left peek, because your body will be seen before you can even shoot and you will feel like the other guy pre-fired you when in reality they saw you way longer than you did. Learn about Korean peeking and try to master it. It makes you as small as possible and allows you to abuse the right peeker's advantage. As seen in this video, it's not the easiest thing to learn, but if you practice it enough, you will be able to master it. Adapt your backpack management to your playstyle. No need to carry 10 first aids and 500 bullets if your playstyle is camping in a house. Avoid mixing ARs and DMRs from different bullets families, and when possible, unify the bullet types for easier backpack management. And always remember that 9mm is the least heavy bullet type and 7.62 is the heaviest. Always carry energy drinks instead of painkillers or syringes, because painkillers and syringes are too heavy. The capacity of a painkiller is 10, so you can replace every painkiller by first aid. Make sure to use them as fast as possible to avoid choking your backpack. Remember that boosting to 100% makes you move faster and heal more HP per second. If you're like me and love to stay in the blue for 10 business days, remember to carry bandages with you to heal while driving. Note that 7 bandages will heal you to 70% after a knock, so 7 is your golden number. Putting a first aid after a knock in zone 5 is not possible if you don't have a jumper pack, so watch out from the blue. Learn to jiggle peek to make yourself a harder to hit target on long range and in close quarter combat. When people are jiggle peeking you, shoot at their bodies instead of their heads, because the majority of the body does not move, it's only the upper torso and head. Always listen carefully and know how to read visual cues, because they will help you know what you need to do. Finally, to the last tip, make sure to get enough sleep, because nothing impacts your gameplay more than being extremely tired while playing games like PUBG that requires brain and whole body awareness. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe and like, and see you in the next one.